Hi everyone, it's Athena and welcome. Okay, it's the 9th, September 2020. So, the message today is, it's not so much about knowing what your truth is, as it is you wanting people to believe that what your truth is true. Does that make sense? Not only what you tell yourself, right, is the ideology of it all. What you tell yourself is one truth, but is that truth, and does it become your truth only when those who you tell believe it? Wow. Okay, let's see what the heck is coming out for today. It's a general reading. Let's see what the messages are for today. I love it. There it is. What is hidden will be coming to light, right? This is the Cancer card. It's the moon. It is Pisces. It's both. Cancer's over here, the little crab. And I'm feeling with this card, it's about the loyalty that one tries to balance in rough waters, right? Like when we don't get, okay, so what I'm feeling with this card is when we don't get what we want, we get moody, right? We get all up in our emotions because something that we've learned or what we're feeling about ourselves or what is being illuminated, it doesn't feel good. So that's how I'm right now. That's how I'm feeling, is whatever's being illuminated doesn't feel good. Right? Are you the beggar? And there's nothing wrong with being a beggar. Just saying. Right? Beggar has many connotations in the term. Sometimes we must humble ourselves in order to receive that which is ours. The loyalty of others being gifted their gifts. Right? It may not feel good to be on your knees. At some point, we all get to our knees at some point in our life and become really humble. So, illumination humbles. Not just one, but all. King of Swords, right? Here's our truth. Here's our massive clarity. So that's what this is, right? This is you're at the pinnacle here with the king, right? This is the no games king who doesn't show emotion a lot. It's not that they, probably behind closed doors, right? But this king is learning how this king is learning how the impact of truth humbles people and self. Because don't think by any means that this king hasn't been humbled at one point. He was the beggar at one time. He may still be the beggar, but be posing as the king. Or he may be the one who is now serving because he was once on his knees. We all, like I said. So what's the illumination? That's the beauty of life that comes through for all of us to see, is how we really help others. How do we serve? How do you serve? It humbles you. It humbles you to serve people. And by serving, I mean just lend a helping hand, right? That's all this is lend a helping hand. It's depicted as, giving money to someone, but that's not the case. In truth, it's this and it's whatever else encompasses that serving, to make someone else's life easier. And to see, do you see do you see in the world today the need for others, for help? Do you see that? Are you understanding? Do you really understand? The clarity that is needed here is that we are here to just serve humanity. And all of the other is just a wash, right? It's not a wash. I digress. It leads you up to this humble place of understanding. But you have to get on your knees. You have to crawl before you can walk, right? Exactly. That's what that is. Thank you. You have to crawl. You have to learn how to, you crawl before you walk. And the king is also one that has crawled and now is walking. So that's the beauty of life. That's the illusion. People feel like life is all about what you can gain, what all the riches and meeting people that depict your shadow, right? Here's your shadow. Your shadow is looking and saying, this king is getting a little too humble for my liking. So what can I pull out of my bag of tricks to mess with the king? Because this is your ego. So the ego says, wait a second. Someone wants to serve humanity? Well, 1 second here. I'm going to have to confuse this person. I got to get them back. I got to reel them back in, right? And let me offer them more stuff. Let me tap into their mind. And that's going to happen. Your ego's going to say, wait a second. You're going this route? I want you to go this route. Right? Because here's the yin and yang of it all. The two dogs, right? The light and the dark. It's right here. Your shadow and your truth. Your ego and yourself, both. And that's what this is. The yin and the yang. It's not bad. No one said it's bad. And here again, yin and yang. But when the yin and yang here is the King of Swords is in the middle of serving humanity and being humble. He's on the precipice of going also to the right, to the other side of the spectrum, where we say, oh wait, but you know, bigger house, more stuff, lots of money, right? More, me. This is serving. This is we are one. This is how can I serve? So it's human, because we are human, to fall back into this mentality. We're at swords here. This mentality within our head space of, no, you don't want to give, you want to take. Are you a giver? Are you a taker? So that's really what that represents. Or do you realize now? Do you realize that sometimes this is what's going to happen when this king is really, he's on the bridge. He's on that, here's that horizon, right? Here's the horizon again. I know. I'm going to do it again. Here are the two cards. Above the horizon is the king wanting to serve humanity. Yeah? Giving to those because he's been on his knees also. He has humbled himself. Below the horizon is, oh, wait a second, the yin and yang. Well, let me bring some things to light here that you may have forgotten. Did you forget that you wanted more stuff? Did you forget that you want to accumulate more? So actually this should be, I'm going to put this actually at the horizon because that's where your heart is. So the next card we'll see, right? I mean, I'm doing it so you understand that when you make choices in life, you're either going to be parallel to the horizon, which means you're going with the flow, living in the present moment, making choices that are heart-centered. If they're heart-centered, they will be up here. If they're, if they're bound by sexual pleasures and money and how much I can get. Now under the horizon can also be good. It can be a good thing because it teaches you. It teaches you, like your shadow is showing you right now. Look at all this stuff that you haven't yet accumulated, or maybe you have already, right? Don't you want more of it? But you can easily jump this guy above the horizon by saying, well, you know what? Right now, I want to give. The more that I have is the more that I can give. So we change the perception of the story, of the narrative, becomes positive, and then there's nothing under the horizon. Because the truth is, honestly, and you and we all know it, that when we leave this earth plane, all of these accumulated things that we have so desired go to others. We'll go to the poor. We'll go to Salvation Army. We'll go to family and friends. You can't keep any of that. Those are illusions. But if you have so much to give, then by all means, then it becomes all heart. Give to others. This could also mean the treasures that are within. You're being illuminated. You're going to be given the opportunity to see what you have. You also could see this as universe is going to show you, right, how to take this and change it into the positive if you are under the horizon, so to speak. Everyone has that opportunity. And I'm going to now put this up here because of how you can easily, so that's what Spirit wants me to do. You can easily change the narrative by changing the way that you comprehend and conceive of what these cards mean to you. This looks like the one, of course, oh, there's not enough giving and receiving. That's not true. It's called, this particular reading is, the truth is, King of Swords has been on his knees for a long time and has been through that experience. So now he's able to, because he is abundantly, not abundantly materialistically, within him, he has all the gifts and treasures to give to others. And that's where the truth lies. The truth is all about how you can serve humanity. What gifts do you have? Seriously. I mean, that's a question. I'm just saying. It's something to think about. Look at the gifts that you have. See if you, maybe under this full moon, right, that we just had, is going to bring out emotions, is going to bring out your talents and gifts that you can share with the world. And I'm not talking about being famous and being, all that. I'm talking about giving to others whether it be intellectual knowledge or whether it be patience, kindness, compassion, understanding, strength, courage. Showing these attributes within yourself to others helps another to grow. Helps others to see what you see. You're sharing your cup with others. You're sharing your love. That's what this is about. Take the love that the treasures one by one. These aren't necessary, right? So when we were underneath the horizon, we saw these as the ego and all the accumulation of stuff, right? But when we jumped this card above the horizon, we realize now that it has a twofold meaning that Spirit is giving us today. Is not all is as it seems. Right here, same card. Because the inner treasures that someone has here is to take these inner treasures or the accumulation of whatever this king has learned, take that truth of what he's learned and show it and let others see the light. You're passing the torch here. That's what this is. Each one of these cups is a torch, a new light for others to see and to gain knowledge from. Swords. So by doing so, you're offering your cup to others by serving, helping others. Like I said, each cup is its own, it is the ego, but this is, you've just told the ego to take a seat, because what you're pulling out from your treasures, from the treasures that have been hidden, the treasures that have been hidden are now coming out as kindness, compassion, understanding, courage, strength for others. This is passing the torch to those who need your help, need your guidance, need your love. Right? That's what life is all about. It's about not just one person being happy. It's for the collective. We are all connected. So this King of Swords, right, is in the middle of being shown that the place that you've been, where you've been, is teaching others what you have learned and what you have been through, and the trials and tribulations of being on your knees. And people don't know your story. Many probably don't. They don't know how you've been, how you've hurt, your pain, your emotions, your deep, dark emotions, and it doesn't have to be dark, but the yin and the yang, right, of your experiences in life, that you have been on the receiving end of being the beggar. And through those lessons and experiences, you're able to share that, passing the torch of your knowledge and experience to others. Because we all deserve to be happy. We all deserve the same will and devotion and vision. And that vision is what we were born into. This is what we were born to do. We were born to be happy. We were born to be free, to tell our truths, to shine our light, and to just live a very enthusiastic and honorable yet humble life. I don't know. That's what the story, that is today's narrative, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to ask the Ascended Masters and Archangels to give us one card. We are now seeing a whole new vision here. This is not just for one, it is for all. Archangel Michael says, trust in heaven. Trust that heaven is guiding each and every one of us. And Archangel Michael is also the Archangel of truth, protection on a magnificent scale of spiritual understanding, letting us know that we're safe and that miracles do occur. You can see that Archangel Michael's cloak and wings are red. So that is massive love, massive protection and security. And of course, with the sapphire here is also about the understanding, and it's right near the heart chakra. So Archangel Michael is saying, just know that I am here to help guide all of you. That's Archangel Michael's job to do that for us. Thank you, Archangel Michael. And then we have Lady Portia. Thank you for her divine order, which truly, as you can see, is all now pink and amethyst and violet, right? Showing our universal connectedness to all. This is our truth of love. Do what feels right, and an important lesson is unfolding. I think we can all attest to lessons unfolding, right? Every day we're learning something new, not just about what we see in the world out there, but what we see within our heart centers. One more. Lady Venus wanted to come out for sure. I was only going to take one, but 3 cards came out, and thank you, Lady Portia. Lady Venus says we are getting downloads, and we are getting the understanding of what we need to know at this particular juncture of our lives. Truth is being revealed. We spoke about that. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral plane. Many are feeling the connection to spirit on a grand scale through our dreams, remembering our dreams, getting the downloads, hearing a song, seeing the numbers. We're all now, people that you talk to, if you ask, are you seeing synchronicities? Are you seeing that people are now gathering together as a community and seeing it? We're, like seeing it in others, not just in self. It's like, I'm not imagining this, Okay. Let's get one Sacred Love Oracle here. Of course, I went way over today, but it's very well worth it. Oh my God, look at that. Liberation. I love it. Not only liberation, well, it's major, massive freedom and being liberated from breaking free from a negative attachment. I'm like, what? It's also bringing peace, right? And you can see with the gold, of course, depicting the same here. The same freedom and rebirth, being reborn and free now to do whatever it is that you want to do in life. You have been granted that peace of mind and that liberation. Wow. Okay, have a great day.